think we should start yanking man out the section. Because who gonna be the boys? No, really, because why are you all just standing in the section like this, all creepy, ruining everything, ruining the whole aura, ruining the entire vibe. We want to see women up there. We want to see booty shaking. We want to see good vibes. Nobody wants to see you stare and think you look cool. Let's just yank them one by one. What are they gonna do?
It's so crazy to me that every person who retires from the military is considered a veterinarian. How are there enough dogs in the world to keep them all in business?
With my husband allowing me to quit my job and giving me the freedom to no longer have to work, that's one of the biggest things that I feel like he could have given me. What that has done for me, it's allowed me to explore and fully dive in and chase my dreams without the fear and stress of real life, real finances, bills to pay, and all of that. He got all of that. I can dream as big as I want to dream, and if I fail, it's okay. That's why I wish that more stay-at-home moms knew how much potential there is in just picking up your phone and pressing record. Like, I've created something amazing for myself, and I've only been doing this consistently for the past 7 months. This only gonna go up from here, I'm telling you. It's so much money to be made out here, especially with kids and family content. You already taking care of these kids all day anyway. You already cleaning the house. You might as well promote the products that you clean with, get some money on it. And by the end of next year, it's gonna pay off in a major way.
This is my favorite filter because this is how most of the times the first baby mama look like this. Don't argue with me. If you that nigga first baby mama, you look like this.
Can you say this number?
$62, $02, $56, $71, $45, $25, $255.87.
Finance it?
Yeah.
Go up?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take that. All right.
Somebody in the comments said they need to start leaving kids back again. Somebody said manifesting anyone who knows how to read it and receive it. They're not going to manifest this. They're going to manifest somebody who can give them a bag, a purse, but they're not going to manifest an education.
Bad attitude.
Yeah.
Bad hygiene. I like to smell good all the time. So stuff like that, I like to start there.
Okay. Lana, I'm 40. I popped my balloon because he talked about hygiene, but I'm going to use fitness as part of hygiene, and I'm not going to lie. You bought a toothpick with an egg on top of it. I ain't going to hold you, so you shouldn't be talking about hygiene if you're not going to take care of yourself either.
What's funny, I mean, I wouldn't talk to her based on her response. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, she ain't in shape either, so I ain't worried about her.
Yeah, baby.
I mean, but at the end of the day, it's just that sassy stuff. I try to steer away from that because I'm not that type of person. I just walk away from bad energies. That's what she's giving me. So I'm going on to the next whenever
you can call on Jesus, but my booty ain't in the front.
I'm glad. Thank you.
What's going over here? Your name and age, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
What is going on with her? Why is she acting like that? She said he looked like an egg with 2 toothpicks because he said he want a girl with nice hygiene. He want a girl that wash her butt and smell good. She talking about that mean you need to get in the gym, you big ass. How she get that answer from that? She talking crazy because he said he want hygiene.
And initially I popped because you said you're from Atlanta, right?
For sure.
Unfortunately, I just saw this statistic this week that says like 20,000 people with HIV. So I popped for that reason alone. And then the fact that you're a musician is just a no for me.
Wow.
Excuse me? Did she just say his city got what? So she assuming he got it? These girls is crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
These girls.
Well, I ain't a part of it. Number one.
I don't know. Them church folk be the worst folk too.
I'm losing my mind.
They be all up and through the church.
Chloe, and I'm 37, and I seen you from the back. Got a nice ass, but I don't like it. It's okay. I mean, you look good though. You gotta don't. It's okay. I mean, if your jeans weren't so tight, it may not look so big, but your butt looks big. Yeah, and then me and you in public together, they gonna be looking at your ass and mine. Okay. You look good though.
That's weird.
Is she someone that's your type?
No.
No. Okay, and why not?
It's what you say. Because she look good.
Thank you.
What are these group of women?
So we do have an unpopped balloon. Let's head on over here.
What am
Your
I
name
watching?
and age and what?
They did him wrong. He was chilling.
Let's head on.
Oftentimes, when you're only with the nice guy, your cat don't even get wet like that. It is absolutely stupid to date a man just because he's the nice guy, just because you deem him to be a good guy and he treats you well. For those of you who are new here, I am a certified life coach. I specialize in love and relationships, self-development, and finances, and I have been doing so for a decade. Now, let me pull this back because some of y'all gonna take what I said and run with it. And baby, y'all need to walk a little bit, okay? Because y'all do too much running. That's why y'all in the problem that y'all in now. I would never teach my clients not to have a kind and generous man because you're going to suffer if you are with a man that is not kind and generous. What I'm saying is if you are only dating a man because he is nice, because he's the good guy, but you don't have any chemistry with him and you don't have any compatibility with him, that relationship is going to fail. I'm not asking what I think, I'm telling you what I know. And a lot of times when my clients are going through the healing phase, when they have that breakthrough and they finally understand who they are and what they want, right? The first type of guy that they're going to go after is the nice guy, is the safe guy. Because they're now in a place to where they understand their wrongs and they don't want to fall in line with the previous dating patterns. So they go the route of least resistance, not understanding that they're still going to be unhappy, but the unhappiness is going to be mundane. The unhappiness is going to be lackluster. The unhappiness is going to be a lack of joy because they're not aligning with a man that truly fits the 3 C's: core values, compatibility, and chemistry. Oftentimes when you're with the good guy, with the nice guy that you're only with because he's the safe guy, right? Your cat don't even get wet like that. Like, let's call this what it is. You don't want that man to touch you too much, right? You don't want that man to talk too close to you. You know what I mean? It's unfair, honestly, to all parties involved. When you're going through that healing process and you're trying to now align with a man that is going to treat you well, don't just get the safe guy. Get the right guy. Get the compatible guy. Get the core values guy. Get the chemistry guy. Get the guy that is going to be kind and generous and treat you well, but the guy that's also going to make your cat throb when you see him. And if you need help getting to the point to where you value yourself and then getting to the point where you're finding a partner that you align with, go on ahead and type dating in the comment section. Stay safe.
I think the problem with this, because I think people understand that you're not necessarily going to like the person that you end up being with, or you might potentially end up being with for maybe 3 or 4 months or even a year, right? You might not know off the bat. You might have to go on a number of dates. The problem is coming in when these women are getting bad advice and they're acting on that bad advice. And that bad advice usually means the man doesn't give you roses on your first date or send you an Uber or pay this much for the date, then he's not the one. And they carry on like this, even when the man is trying to talk some sense into them, because for some reason they're thinking the man is trying to get over on them. The man is broke. He's trying to be cheap. And when they really realize after 4 or 5 years of trying to do this and wasting people's time and money, actually, yeah, it makes sense what he was saying now. These fellas are not taking me seriously. These men are only trying to get one thing from me. Wow, I've been really looking for a man, but nobody takes me seriously. Then all of a sudden, they're trying to, kind of wiggle on back to the man who told them that 4 or 5 years ago and see if he wants to give it another go. No, I don't actually. Leave me alone.
Getting weird. Part infinity.
The woman speaks out against the societal norms of a woman being domesticated or being a wife or being a mama, then she sounds ungrateful for having this wonderful husband who's providing and taking care of her, because that is most women's dream. Right? But there are other women like myself, right? And probably her too, from what she said, that their dreams are not limited to a position of a wife or a mother. I see her saying that he has a wonderful career and he has a wonderful family. She has a wonderful family. How come she gets deemed for saying, but I want to have the same equality as my husband?
Right.
All I'm saying is love being a mama and a
Right.
wife. Because she's obviously doing a damn good job.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yes. Kids are great.
But how come I can't also want...
Why can't I have both?
Who says she can't? Who says she can't? Do y'all really believe, like, be honest, do you really believe that Steph Curry is at the house acting like Steph Turner and telling Aisha, what? You want to go back and get your degree? What? You want to be a chef? You better get back in that kitchen and make some curry. I doubt it. Steph Curry sounds like a good dude. Good men don't give a what you do. We don't really give a. We don't care. We don't care. Now, me and you are going to take care of our children because we brought these children into the world and it's our responsibility. But do you know what else is your responsibility? Your own internal happiness. You being happy. Doing the things that fulfills you as a human being. Because when you are fulfilled as a human being, you have peace. And when you have peace, you're happy. And when you're happy, I'm happy. And if me and you are both happy, shit, this house is happy. You feel me? That's how it works if you ask me. Nobody's stopping Aisha Curry from doing it. If anybody can do it, it's Aisha Curry. She has the resources to do it. Just go out there and do it. And if a man ever tells you like, oh, are you going out there and doing something for your happiness? Nah! That. All right? As a husband and a father to a daughter, that's how I roll. And I would suspect that most good men roll like this. Right, fellas?
YNs, you mean to tell me that your face is covered from here to here, but your butt is out? You're sagging your pants and your butt is out. So is your face cold and your butt isn't? I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
You men that be coming out here to Columbia, I seen you. I seen you. The secret is out. I know. I know what y'all be doing out here. And you need to be ashamed of yourself. You need to be embarrassed. Big ones, little ones, fat ones, in short sets, straight from the flea market. And we back over here in the United States can't find a good black man because he over here in South America living la vida loca. Living, I seen it with my own eyes. I was just sitting there in unbelief. Sitting there in unbelief.
And is she someone that's your type?
No, not necessarily.
Okay, and why not?
She looked like she's like someone else's girl or something. What was your longest relationship you ever had?
Baby, I was engaged for 7 years.
Exactly. So she looked like she's like someone else's girl, not for me. You was engaged for 7 years. That's a long time.
You and this body, girl. I'm sorry, I can't. That way, you don't like to sit, huh?
Nope. I like to show my body, baby. I paid for it. I can't sit down, baby. Bitch,
Okay.
I can't sit down.
How much money did you pay?
Yeah, okay, look. I fuck with Dr. Trish because he fine as fuck and I want him. So, like, I ain't pay that much. You know, he got me a little discount or whatever. Like, I'm looking for me, like, I want me a corporate, like, you gotta be, like, really cute. You gotta make over $250,000. You gotta be African American or white. I don't with Africans. And you gotta be family oriented. You can't have no kids, no baby mamas.
You have 2 kids.
Okay, that's enough.
Do you want to have more kids?
I will have more kids if he make a certain amount.
How much money does he have to make in order for you to have this baby?
Over $250,000 a year.
She trolling right now. She playing around. 250,000 to give you a kid. Why? Why would it? Do you hear yourself? I mean, I understand at some of these points she's just being goofy, but then some other points, especially being in a relationship for 7 years and then for some reason it breaking off, I would like to hear his side of the story.
You don't have to answer, but I'm going to ask, when's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Last year.
You haven't had sex in a year.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
You don't believe me, do you? I'm
telling you, man, she's goofy. You can see the look on her face. No, I don't believe you. Because you're out here moving around. That's what I'm saying. Men can look, they can see what you're wearing, they can see how you're moving, your behavior, and they can tell that you're lying. They can tell that you're lying by the way that you act. So no, we don't believe you.
Are you lying? Have you had sex this year?
If I didn't come, it wasn't sex. So, anyways, no.
And when was the last time you tried to escalate with that person?
Last week, but it don't count.
Did his enter your body?
It did, but it should not have.
Well, you allowed it to enter your body a few times from what you're telling us.
I am looking for a husband now. That's why I keep hitting you up, girl. I want me a man. I'm tired of being in the streets, Kendra.
You looking for a husband, honey? You want a
Yeah.
husband?
Now that right there, she's serious about. There's a sincerity there when she talks about that. The problem is they be out there moving around, sloppy, and then when it's time to actually cash in on what they actually want, they don't have the funds to do it because they've been giving this out to this person over here and they've been giving it out to that person over there, right? I think there's a sort of a proverb where you got 5 smart people and then 5, we'll call them maybe not dumb, but just not future thinking is what you would have called them in this scenario. And when it came time for the investment to be given back, the 5 smart people were easily able to say, okay, yeah, I got my money. I've got my currency. I've got what I need to do to make the investment. I knew it was coming. I've been waiting on it. It got hard. I saw a lot of stuff that I wanted, but I'm going to go ahead and keep my money for the thing that I really, really want. And they were able to easily purchase that thing. But the other people who didn't do that, who kept on spending it here, kept on spending it there, when it was time to pay the money for the investment, well, can you put me on a payment plan? No, I want it in full. You've had plenty of time to have this money. Well, you think I can borrow some money from one of the people who have the money for the investment? No, I need the money that I have for my investment. I need all of it. I can't give you $1 or $2. I need all of the money so I can pay for my investment. And I've had a discipline. I've had the wherewithal. I thought far enough in the future to say that I want this investment and I'm going to wait until I can pay for it. You didn't do that. And now you're looking for everybody to save you. You're looking for everybody to bail you out. At the very end, this is what Kevin Samuels is talking about. Modern women wait at the finish line to try to pick the winners. The very end, they run the race that they want to run. They go and do the things that they want to do. And when it's time to pay up, well, can I borrow some over here? Can I get this over here? Or anybody want to lend me this over there? Do you have a little bit to spare? Oh, come on, you have a little bit to spare. Oh man, don't be that way. Come on, be a gentleman. Be a friend. Be a girl's girl. Help me out. Somebody take me. I'm in a situation. I made some mistake. No, you've had plenty of time. You have had plenty of time to get your business in order. You did not do that. And now, like I said, you see a sincerity here. But like before, she was playing and laughing and giggling. I think they were saying in the comments, this woman was in a 7-year relationship. She was engaged for 7 years, I think. Brother on the show might have called her out for it. He said, you look like you're somebody else's. And she said, what are you talking about? You just look like you belong to somebody else. I was engaged for 7 years. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's maybe what it was. You engaged to somebody else. But you look like should have been off the market a long time ago. But yet here you are, out in the streets, messing around. What are we doing?
You want a husband?
I do.
Okay. We gonna solve. We gonna solve that problem.
I almost got human trafficked on your show.
You almost got human traffic. How did you
Yes.
human traffic on my show?
Yeah,
I messed up. This is a very big allegation. So don't say
No,
something like that.
It ain't got nothing to do with you. Yo, father. And then he sent me. I was like, okay, well, you gotta send me 25% of what I wanted up front.
25% of what? He was sending you money to visit him?
Yeah. So I wanted to. He sent that, and he bought my flight.
What it sounds more like, because you're saying he sent you money that you wanted up front. It sounds like you were agreeing to be part of an escort service. That sounds more like what you just told us.
Kitty, won't you wink at me?
What's your question?
I meet people from everywhere. I've seen the world, but for some reason, I still can't find not love that's like genuine, someone who don't want me for the benefits.
I think we gotta be honest about presentation.
Come on.
No judgment to you, but I'm saying if I'm meeting you here tonight and I'm looking at how you dress, my thoughts are not gonna be intellectual.
That's not fair, but okay.
That's not fair. I don't want you to be mad at me. The way you came to that microphone, baby.
Oh my God.
Kitty, can you wink at me?
Kitty, I love you.
I love you too, baby. But let me tell you something. As a woman who done had to go a lot of stages through my life, I done had to go through a lot of seasons, a lot of mistakes. There was a spirit that I operated in a long time ago that made me promiscuous. It was something that attached itself to me, and I lived in it for a very, very, very long time. It was the way that I was speaking to people, the way that I presented myself in conversations, the way I presented myself to men, and those men only wanted me for sex. And I kept going through that same cycle until I released that spirit, until I was delivered from that spirit that was in me. Not trying to go too deep, but I recognized something in you that was once in me before. I'm a wife. I had to release a lot of things. I had to ask God to restore me in a lot of ways. I had to go through a lot of guilt and a lot of shame for mistakes that I made from a spirit that I was operating in that came down my bloodline. You operated in the spirit, baby. You can cover up right now, but even by the way you talk, it's in you right now. And I'm not saying that to beat you down, baby. I hope and pray that you take this to heart.
Of course.
I hope you do. Take this message. If you are running in the same cycle, it's time to do some inner work. You got to look within and see exactly what is the cycle that I'm allowing myself to stay in. You can put on some clothes right now. You go to a man, ooh, can you talk to me for a second? He's going to see the sexual nature that's in you, and he's going to lead just like what Trill was saying.
Easy cue.
You can cover up all day long. It's in a way that it's in your behaviors, in the way you talk, in the way you interact, in the way you engage, in the way you talk about your future, in the way you talk about yourself. If you're running into the same problem, it's a you problem, baby. What do you want in a man?
Loyalty, love, a God-fearing man, someone who can respect me.
If you want someone to respect you, you got to respect yourself, baby.
Absolutely.
Okay? And if you want a God-fearing man, you got to be a God-fearing woman.
Of course.
As well.
Yes.
Okay?
And I'm just reading the caption here. It says, if she keeps attracting men who only want benefits, is it her presentation or is it just bad luck? I mean, what do you think? What do you think it might be? If I walk out with my chest not only out, it might be a glance, or I noticed that, you know, she's gifted. I noticed that. That'd be one thing. But you have them on full display. They're there. They're drawing attention. It's like a car crash. If somebody's talking to me, and in some situations, they might be talking to me about life and death, my health, my personal health. President of the United States could come by and people would not recognize, depending on what that car crash looked like, because it's drawing their attention. The president of the United States might roll on by with their, you might say, oh, what's the car crash? Oh, who was that in that? Wow, I saw somebody roll by in a, that would be a secondary thing that you noticed, because this thing over here is so attention getting. That's what you have here. That's what you're trying to do, actually. because you think it's cute, and you're wondering how come I can't find a good man? How come a guy won't take me seriously? Well, the fact of the matter is, there might be some men that would take you seriously, but the men that would come up and only want to have a fun time with you, that's the guys that are saying, you know what? I'm completely driven. I'm given over to my lust, and I'm going to come talk to her. Whereas a man that you would want would step back and just kind of observe what's happening. He would, oh yeah, man, wow, she looks, whoa, fantastic. But I want to see what else she has to offer. Let's see who her friends are, what she does, places that she frequents. I like to get to know a little bit more about her before I come up and ask her about her number, how she presents herself, how she carries herself, what's she here for? Is she here for the right reasons? Is she just having a drink or something like that? Or is she here to pick up men? Which, by her presentation, that's telling me right now she's here to pick up men. But I want to know a little bit more. So I'm going to hang back. That guy's not going to come up. The guys that are driven, the guys that you don't want, the guys that are going to make you feel icky and give you the ick, they're the ones that are going to step up and be like, you know what? I want you. Oh, you so fine. Girl, you the one that I need in my life. Let's go get a room. No, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. The point is, y'all talk about wanting men to present themselves in a certain way. And here you are, wearing this. Come on, man.
If you was to date me, like, where do you see yourself at, like, in 5 years? With me being in the picture, like, where would we be?
In 5 years, maybe in a house. Depends on how we go. We have to invest in each other, grow together. You're a nurse, right? I'm an engineer, so, that's...
It shouldn't take 5 years.
Shouldn't take 5 years, but, we should
be able to get a house tomorrow.
Really depends on your budgeting, though. If you like to spend, that would be the deal breaker.
What you mean, my budget?
If you just, not good with money.
So are you cheap?
Damn. No, I'm not cheap. We'll just talk about there's some people out there that they see 1,000 and they spend it the next day.
But you can get it back.
But financial responsible,
Okay.
You're not responsible with money?
I'm responsible with money, but money come and go. So.
Damn. Okay.
And why'd you pop?
I pop because I feel like you have to live your life and you just do what you want in life. So it's not about depending on how much the house is, as long as like you happy in that house. So it don't matter about the price of it.
All right, that's your opinion. I feel you.
Okay.
These moments of insecurity when I'm dating because I have 5 kids,
I think someone's dating preference should be based on their actual production, not what they feel like they deserve. Few discretions advised.
And then when I start dating and getting on the apps, I realize that my children actually aren't the problem. And that I shouldn't be insecure because I have children. Because honestly, I deserve so much better than what these dating apps have to offer. And I deserve so much better than the men that I'm surrounded by that I refuse.
Man, let me be the first to tell you are well within your right to refuse to date anybody. You don't have to have a partner. You can stay alone with your 5 kids. That is very true. My separation with what this woman is saying is that she said that she deserves it. How do you know you deserve it? What have you accomplished in your life to make you say, I deserve this? Because if that's the case, then everybody deserves who they think they should have. So those men that you deem to be not worth your time, what if they felt as if they deserved you? I'm sure you would say, well, don't give what you think or what you feel. I don't want you back. And for the record, ma'am, those insecurities exist because you know just as well as we do that 5 kids is a lot to deal with.
And like some men will be like, oh, like you should feel thankful that a guy looks in your direction because you have 5 kids. Your mom raised you wrong, and I would rather die alone with a goldfish than to settle for a man like you.
Ma'am, you are in fact lying. You are not willing to just settle with a goldfish and your 5 kids because if you were, you would have done it already. The men that you deem to be valuable are not checking for you in any way, shape, or form because if they were, you would not be making this video. Now, although I don't agree that you're lucky that a man even looked at you because you have 5 kids, I think everybody deserves some kind of love as long as you're a decent person that is prepared to be in a healthy, functioning relationship. The part where it typically gets shaky for us is when you start to say what you deserve instead of what you actually produce. And trying to ignore the fact that 5 kids is a lot to deal with. Let's be realistic here. When you were single with no kids, I'm sure you were not giving any man with 5 children a shot. I wonder why that is. You probably didn't even allow those type of men to breathe the same air as you, but now all of a sudden the rules are supposed to change because you got 5 kids now? It's not how this works.
Baby, no. I don't care. 5 kids and all. I don't care. I'm not settling. I refuse. I refuse. I deserve a man in finance, 6'5", trust fund, blue eyes as well. You know what I mean?
You deserve a man in finance, 6'5", trust fund with blue eyes. Sweetheart, where did you find these standards? How do you acquire this after not being able to obtain that in the first place? The delusion on some of y'all just is so far out of reach. What? And to think that she says she deserves that. There'd be one question, man, one question only. Why didn't you just go get that man before you had your 5 kids? When did you realize that's what you deserved? How does one increase their dating standards after their dating market value decreases? Who is doing the math here? But you know what? In some of y'all, delusion logic would never exist. And I'm sure you're never going to listen to anything that I'm saying because I'm just a normal guy. Yeah, keep the change.
Fellas, the women with the personalities that you like are all fat. So just get one and take her to the gym.
Hey, motherfucker do got a point now. Motherfucker got a point. I know.
Could never live with somebody who like sleeps until noon on a Saturday.
That's such a good point.
A man reads his wrist. Hello, it is I, gentleman, Black Spider Guy advice. Pay the fuck attention. After working, a man gets this thing called being backhand. Being tired. You see, he has been working tirelessly in the mines, trying to make sure, pay the fuck attention, trying to make sure that your mouth is full of nutrients. Pay the fuck attention. If it is an ick for a lady to see her man in a inebriated or knocked out unconscious-like state, pay the attention. Then what she desires is not a man, but a machine.
In all seriousness, it's very heavy on the reverse daddy issues over here. Because what do you mean you wouldn't wake up at 3:30 in the morning and take me to the airport? My dad would. You wouldn't drive a truck 10 hours to help me move? My dad would.
Do you treat your man like you treat your father? Do you give him the same authority and respect? Because when your father tells you not to do something, you don't do it. When your father tells you that your way of thinking is wrong and he corrects you, you don't talk back and tell him he's a controlling freak and he's an asshole and he shouldn't think the way that he does and he's a piece of... No, you let him lead you. So are you allowing your man to lead you? Your father says, no, you're not allowed to go out. I don't want you to go out. You're not going to that party. You live in my house. You're under my rules. You're not going to that party. You're not going to that party. And if you do, you take accountability and you get punished in whatever suit is needed at the time. And you accept that punishment. You don't hold resentment towards your dad because you know you did wrong. You disobeyed your father's order. So why aren't you acting like that with your husband, with your man? You know that when you get married, you get walked down the aisle and that is your father giving you away to your husband. So now you are supposed to treat your husband with that same respect, that same authority. You are supposed to give him that same obedience and submissiveness, but you're not. At the end of the day, your father has an obligation to you, and when you get married, your husband takes that obligation. Or if you expect a boyfriend to do this and spend 8 hours helping you move, then you should be giving him wife treatment because you expect husband treatment out of him. But at the end of the day, you are giving him an obligation. So therefore now you are obligated to give something in return. If he takes the obligation of taking care of you and doing all of these things for you and treating you like your father and making sure all of your stuff is taken care of, then you have to respect him and his authority, and in his house, treat him like a king, and under his house, it's his rules, and you respect what he has to say and when he has to say it.
Well, you know, these modern women today, they don't even give their dad that respect. They love their dad, but they go do whatever they want to do. They do have the common decency a lot of times not to do it in their dad's face and then throw it in their dad's face. But these modern women are actually and absolutely going out there and doing this type of stuff, acting reckless. They absolutely are doing that. But for a man that has already poured into them, that's already given them the thing that they want, They'll be in his face. Like you said, talking about you're controlling, you're manipulative. I should be able to walk right past you out of the house in this. I should be able to give this man this type of attention. You should be okay with that if you're not insecure. Just a whole bunch of foolishness.
It seems, at least I'll speak on my behalf, that the men in my life are either angry in the way they express their emotion or they're silent. Is that pretty typical?
Those are safe. You can't be weak. You can't be soft. You can't be a simp, as they say. If you're just angry, if you're silent, you look stoic now. Oh, he must be strong because nothing ever phases him. And so men, anger is a very safe emotion to express. When our feelings are hurt, we're angry. When we're sad, we're angry. When we lose, we're angry. It's a surface emotion. That's why I tell men to dig deep. What are you really feeling? And I can compare it to masculinity to the crayon analogy in this book. As men, we stay within the 8 box of crayons, okay?
Yeah.
And we may pull out 4. Women have 64.
That's why we confuse you so much, Jason.
But this is interesting. We were created for all of those emotions. They're not exclusive to you. It's there, but we've been hoodwinked by allowing society to define what a man is. And so when women are communicating with us, they may pull out, I'll use an analogy of the color violet, and all we have is purple. We can't meet the moment. Or even more complex issues, they ask for lime, and we're trying to put green and yellow together. And because men, we're not used to expressing the gamut of emotions that we have as human beings, we can't meet the moment.
A guy in the comments, Dr. Nate Fulton, said most men aren't angry. They're just overwhelmed, unheard, and never taught how to process what's under the surface. We don't need more shame. We need more safe spaces to decompress, to be real, and to rebuild. This work matters. Exactly. Men have learned, hey, if I show this emotion, if I do this, things happen, things change. They don't respect anything else about me. They only respect it when I get upset. They only respect it when I put fear back in their hearts. Otherwise, they walk all over me. They trample all over me. This is what y'all are talking about, the nice guy. I'm trying to be respectful to you. Oh, well, you're just a pushover. You don't have a backbone. I do have a backbone. But like I said, I'm trying to be respectful to you. And you act like you don't understand that. That's an issue on your part. I've trained myself to say, hey, don't treat people like this. But you haven't yet trained yourself to do the right thing by people who are nice to you. And instead of taking accountability, you say, well, stop being such a nice guy. Stop being a man that allows people to walk all over you. Got it? Understood. But why don't you also train yourself to stop being a loser and manipulative and thinking about only yourself? Why don't you train yourself to do that? Well, how come you won't train yourself to do the right thing by somebody that's actually been good to you? How come you won't train yourself to see, man, this brother is really treating me right? I'm going to stop doing what I'm doing that's detrimental to this relationship. I'm going to stop before he gets angry, before he gets upset. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to be doing before he explodes, before he goes into that other arena where we say men are angry. Men don't have any emotional levers other than anger. I like what the doctor said when he was talking about men are basically needing safe spaces to decompress, to rebuild, to heal. People keep on stepping in those spaces over and over again. They keep on stepping in a man's space. When the man would try to rebuild and do what he's supposed to be doing, you get in his space and tell him you're not doing it right. Leave men alone for a period of time.
I moved to Atlanta. I just left my husband, and I didn't tell him I was moving to Atlanta. I just moved here. And once I got here, I was chilling and shit, but I ended up getting pregnant with twins. And the guy that I'm dating right now, he didn't even know I was married. And his family don't know I'm married. But trying to get the divorce started, it's a little hard because they want me to pay taxes. So I ain't paid my taxes in a few years. But yeah, I'm a married woman. And I got these kids by this man and his family and him. They both don't, nobody knows I'm married currently. Period.
Who did you vote for in the 2024 election?
You know, put me out there. Are you some type of culprit or what's going on?
Answer the question.
Okay. Oh, Trump.
Why'd you pop? That just would not work. I am a political activist. It's one of my biggest things.
You are one of the biggest things. I'll never understand the concept of playing hard to get when you hard to want. Walked in there looking like a broken in lazy boy. A 4th grade sack lunch. Why do it look like you melting? Girl, you can't be picky when you hefty. This is what happens when you don't tell your kids they suck. I think we gotta make bullying great again. These hoes done lost their mind.
It's the earring for me and the slits in the eyebrows. Yeah, no. It's a no. But perfect. Yeah,
No, is she someone that's your type?
She's very pretty as well. Not necessarily my type. More of a like natural type of woman. Yeah.
That's cute. I'm very natural. Besides the makeup in there.
Yeah. Besides that, yeah.
That's not. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. But okay, next.
And what do you mean that doesn't make sense?
A woman wears makeup when she goes out. My body's 100% natural, and my hair is extensions. But that again, that doesn't mean anything. The slits in the eyebrows is giving very juvenile and childish, and I don't like it. And the hoop in the earring is So let's go there.
Beautiful.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm all ready.
For me to do your pedicure?
Yes, I'm ready for my pedicure.
Oh my God,
What?
you shouldn't wear a skirt to get pedicure, you know?
Why?
Because
You got the same thing I've got. What's the difference?
Well, I mean, your leg and your lip hanging out, and I can see, your lip and everything.
Well, it's okay. It's not bad looking, is it? You got the same
I
thing.
never see that
You
kind of
got
lip
used to
before.
it. You got used to it, don't you?
I just never see that kind of lip before. But I'm gonna go.
I'm going to give you some lip. Just do my pedicure.
You know you can't wear a skirt when you get a pedicure.
No.
So I'm gonna go grab you a cover and I'll be right back.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. She's got the same thing I got. What the heck's the difference? Oh,
Yeah, so
goodness.
cover your leg, lady.
What, you think I'm on a gyno office now?
Yeah, you gotta cover that lip,
I'm here. I'll cover it so you can't see anything in here.
So you comfortable?
Yeah, I'm very comfortable.
You comfortable now?
Very comfortable.
See, so now I feel a little uncomfortable.
Well, I'm very comfortable.
Yeah, you comfortable?
Here, it's a joke. It's a joke. That's all.
Well, just cover that, lady.
Oh, good heavens. Good God.
You ready for me to do it?
I'm all ready. I'm all ready. Should I spread further, or is this good enough?
No, because it's actually a smell, so.
I think that's deeply concerning is that, like, all of the older women, when I say older, like 50 plus, are strongly passionate about younger women, 20s, 30s, not getting married. It's like you can see your future, and they're telling you exactly what...
You know what I find interesting? When you listen to married women speak about marriage and married men speak about marriage, this is typically what they say, right? The man usually says, she's always nagging and nothing I ever do is good enough, right? And then you listen to a woman who's married and she complains about the marriage and she always says he doesn't do enough. Now, y'all remember that lady who got on here and who was complaining about how she almost divorced her husband because he didn't put the dishes in the dishwasher after coming home from work? But here's the thing. She stayed at home. Right? And then you hear this other topic about if your husband got off of a 12-hour shift, right? 12-hour shift at work. She feels like she should be able to hand the baby over to her husband after he gets home from his 12-hour shift. Because she wants time to relax. Now, everybody's saying, well, he still needs to be a father. Okay, cool. Let's switch the roles. Let's say you were working a 12-hour shift at the factory, at the warehouse, at the construction site, right? You get home after 12 hours. Your husband is a stay-at-home father. When you walk through the door, your husband hands you a baby. Sounds silly, doesn't it? Because it's silly. He works for 12 hours, sleeps for 8. 12-hour work, sleep 8. That's 20 hours out of 24. He has 4 hours to himself. And 2 of those is getting ready for work, going to work, and coming back. So dude has 2 hours. 2 hours. And you can't even give him 30 minutes when he walks through the door? I know what the problem is. Women are never content. Like, there's never enough. Like, they never have enough. That's why men always complain, nothing I ever do is enough. Women will complain, he's the greatest man I've ever met. He's great, but it's still not enough. Listen to what a woman who's been married complains about. It's always she wants what? More. What does a married man complain about? It's never enough. So yes, you could be completely miserable in your marriage if you don't learn contentment.
And it's a tough one, particularly because you've been with the baby all day. And so you have to listen to the baby cry. You're frustrated. Your emotions are probably everywhere. So you're looking for that 30 minutes that the man needs. Yeah. So both of y'all need to decompress at the same time. But essentially, in this situation, she's so overwhelmed, and basically she's saying, well, I need the break first. That's a tough one. You guys might have to 12 hours is a lot, but that same 12 hours she's with the baby, assuming that the child acts like it's supposed to act. Right now, obviously, if you got a newborn, just one, then it's a little bit easier to manage versus having 2 or 3 kids there by yourself, and then needing assistance when he comes home, because you're basically running a daycare by yourself. And so you've got one crying and screaming and hollering, and then you've got another one that needs immediate attention. And so for your brain, having to basically put out an emergency 2 and 3 times, it does get overwhelming. But also, the man is at work for 12 hours. He's tired. He's fatigued, having to put out emergencies as well. I think that's a tough one. I don't know if you should, when he walks in the door, just dump the baby on him, unless you're super overwhelmed, which a lot of modern women will say that they are. I can't do it. And they continue to do that. And what's expected, I think, is what his point is. By the way, Carly's hair looks fantastic in this video. Shout outs to you, girl. But what the man is expected to do in every situation, which is what a lot of men have a problem with, is he's expected to put his feelings to the side. He's expected to put, I won't even say comfort, his needs to the side. Men are tired of doing that. She's always overwhelmed. She always says, I'm not doing something right. She's always nagging. She would be nagging in the situation. And maybe some of that is warranted. But this is her normal state all the time. And I'm tired of hearing that after so many years. That's what a man is probably going to say. I'm tired of hearing that after so many years. There's nothing that I can ever do that makes her happy. I always need to improve. And after a long day of work, do you think that's what I want to hear? Probably not. So I've got to come home to you complaining. And then I've got to listen to you complain while I'm starving. And then I've got to listen to you complain while I'm dead tired. I'm dirty. I need to take a shower. I need to decompress. What y'all are going to start making men do, which is what they're already doing, is sitting outside in the driveway, not coming in for 10 minutes. Woman got upset with her husband because he stayed out there. Now the kid broke his arm. He was at work. Kid broke his arm. Mom says, oh my God, you need to come home right now. Man rushes home, but he keeps on with his ritual of sitting outside for about 10 minutes when he got home. She runs outside hollering and screaming at him about why he's sitting out there when this is an emergency. we got to take the kid to the hospital, da 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 da, this and that. And I'm thinking, well, if it's that much of an emergency, why don't you just call the ambulance? Instead of having him rush all the way home, why did you just call the ambulance? Why did you make a problem when there wasn't one? You know what I mean? You were aware that he did this. And when he reminded you, this is how I process. This is how I get through things. Because you make a regular occurrence of doing things like this, not every day, but on a regular basis. And it stresses me out. It stresses me out. And so in order to deal with it, I sit out in the car 10 minutes every day before I walk into the house. And this day is a particularly high stressful day. I need my 10 minutes. Oh, wait, you're making it worse. Matter of fact, number one. Number two, why don't you, okay, if you need that, I need to get him to the hospital. Let me take the car. All right. So you get in the car, you take off, you get at the hospital, you're doing all the initial stuff. While you're doing that initial stuff, he's standing in the middle of the driveway calling an Uber or a Lyft to get to that hospital. $40. You still save money on the ambulance. He gets what he needs, 20, 30, 40 bucks to get there. He got to pay for it today, but it's not $1,000 for that ambulance. Y'all are still going to pay that ER though. Y'all are going to pay that ER. No doubt about it. But the point is, he gets what he needs. You get what you need by a little bit of stepping back and thinking, how can I solve this problem? Instead of taking the easy way out and hollering and screaming at him. You're making things worse for yourself. He's not going to be able to be supportive for you. Y'all need to start thinking in that way instead of basically throwing shots at the man. That's not the phrase that I'm looking for. Basically, punching bag. You're making the man your punching bag is what you're doing. And once again, this is what he's saying. A lot of time you're dumping on the man. He's your emotional. Sometimes, unfortunately, you're physical. You're verbal. A lot of times, you're mental. Your mental punching bag. That's what he's become to you. And men are tired of that nonsense. Period. End of story.